After we released the Baton 3 Pro Max earlier this year, it sparked a debate on our social media on whether the typical cool white beam is as good as neutral white or even warm white, because we actually came out with all three different emitter versions for this release. What's going on, guys? Sean here from OlightStore.com, and welcome to another edition of Feedback Friday, which is a segment where we ask you guys a super important question. We get your feedback in the comment section down below, and it actually helps us shape our releases for the future. So your comments in this video are actually a really big deal and can make a difference. Now, my question for you today is, do you prefer the standard cool white emitter, the neutral white, or even the warm white emitter? Now, what I'm going to do after this is I'm actually going to put in some footage of me going over the cool white, neutral white, and warm white versions of the Baton 3 Pro Max late at night in the park to give you a better idea of the differences between these lights. Now, once you see that comparison, I just want to know down below which one you prefer, and we would really appreciate it if you would let us know why as well. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Let's jump over to the emitter footage, and we really appreciate your comments. Alright guys, we are out here in the park. I got the camera on manual mode, so it shouldn't mess with the way the performance looks too much. Obviously, it will be slightly different than being here in person, but the point is to give you the idea of what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the Baton 3 Pro, and I'll go ahead and jump it up to turbo right here, and you can see the 1500 lumens. And keep in mind, this is a very long walkway right here. I mean, I've got nice hot spot here at the bottom. When I go up, obviously the throw isn't too strong on this little EDC light running off of an 18650 battery, but that should give you an idea of what the Baton 3 Pro performance looks like. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the Baton 3 Pro Max, and we'll show you just how much brighter this is. So you can see here less of a defined hotspot because of that larger LED that it has in order for us to get the larger performance. So we've got a larger LED die, which means that it's going to be floodier with a less pronounced hotspot. I actually like floody beams for EDC because most of the time I'm pretty much just looking for things that are pretty close to me anyways. I'm not really looking at things super far away with a little pocket flashlight. But you can see here, we see a lot more of the sidewalk, a lot more up ahead. You can see this tree right here to the left. We got another tree right there to the right. And I'm just real happy with the performance because, again, this is not a big flashlight, guys. It's a small one. Now let's go ahead and tap on the neutral white, and you can definitely tell the difference in tone there. Much more of a yellowish, more natural looking tone. Really nice looking tone here for EDC tasks. Honestly, the clarity of these benches right here and the clarity of the imperfections in the sidewalk and things like that, I can actually see that a lot better here with the neutral white beam compared to the cool white. So in terms of just having a nice pocket flashlight, I almost kind of prefer this neutral white here. Now, the warm white version right here is sold out. We had a very low quantity for the sale, so just keep in mind you actually can't buy this one, which is why I'm showing it here at the end. But you can see here, I mean, it's it's almost an orange beam. I mean, it looks wild compared to even the neutral white version. So now let's jump back and forth just a little bit to give you more perspective. So here is cool white. You can see there that it's definitely much more of an almost kind of bluish, just pure white beam. And then we will jump over to the neutral white again, and you can see that it's a much more warmer tint, especially when I'm shining it on these benches right here on the left. You can really get a sense of the differences in the tint. You can see there, cool white, neutral white, cool white, neutral white, and then neutral white. You can see nice beam here. I can see really far out here as well. So good stuff on this beam, man. Really nice looking beam here for an EDC, whether you go with the cool white or the neutral white version.